All right. TrinfiniteX here, back with some more Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This time, it's time for 100%. Still gonna go ahead and do normal. Let's see, the most challenging. I might do a hard mode playthrough. Maybe. Maybe later, but for now, we're just gonna try 100%ing the game on normal. Kind of depends on what they mean by hard mode. So I just got through beating this game for the first time a little bit ago. And I gotta say, it's great. I love this game. It's excellent. I was a little overwhelmed at first, but after a certain point in the game, it was just great. And so I am back to do a 100% playthrough. This intro is pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and go through it again. After Ori 1, we got Kuro's egg. We hatched Ku. And now Gumo and Ku are apparently getting into trouble. And Super Lemur awakens. Good enough for a first try. Ori and family learning how to raise an owl. A nice, cute enough beginning. But there's something wrong with the feathers on one of Ku's wings. I wonder how Naru and Gumo heard it, though. Also interesting that Ori didn't. This game's artwork and music and emotional themes all tie together so well, as usual. Don't worry about those show-offs, Koo. Geese are jerks anyway. Just ask Terry Bogard, he'll tell you. So, somehow Ori managed to lose all of her powers, except for wall climb. Between this and the between the first game and now, and also gained a new power to climb up vines. Well, all the powers except this one, of course. Kuro's feather allowing us to glide. Yeah, Ori. That's an odd way of spelling Samus. Yeah, kind of is. It's missing 2 letters. In fact, I don't think they have any letters in common. Yeah. Now we'll be a jerk to Gumo. Yeah, that'll work until she grows too big for the feather. And behold, we have a Yoshi. Sorry. Just had to do this. They just stare at you like, wrong way. The fall before flying was a little cliche, but... Because, come on, we all knew wasn't any way they were gonna fall again. But this scene right here has been illustrated and animated enough to where I would almost believe it came from Disney or Pixar Studios itself. Almost. Hey, remember the Ginso tree? We fell off of that in Ori 1. Let's go higher. Koo's probably loving this. I can't imagine Ori is loving this, though. How to train your owl. That's what this seems like. Hey, remember those jerks from before? Let's follow them and see where they're going, because that's totally a good idea. Too bad they didn't decide to land sooner. Instead, they decided to press on through the storm. Yep. Sure enough, that don't work out too well. And stranded in a foreign forest. Non-glowy lemurs. And so we awaken. Ori has a cute little voice. Now, Super Mario Brothers would teach us run to the right, because the goal is always to the right. But this is Ori. And if I'm not mistaken, there are rewards to be had to the left. Whether it be advisable for us to come this way or not, be careful of these spikes. They blend into the background pretty well at times. And at this point, we cannot go any further, but collecting that life cell now is nice, because it will make our life easier later. So, here in Niwin, Spirit Light is not used as experience, but rather as currency, so I am going to refer to Spirit Light as Spirit Money. Quite a bit. Because that's what it really is. You know, seeing the beginning of the game again like this with the rain and stuff, I have to say, it's kind of awesome the way later on, these areas look totally different than they look right now. Like, it's just amazing. They're the same, but the backgrounds are totally different. The foliage shaking all over the place. This game's just beautiful. I'm actually gonna go this way. Oh, no, he's not in his hut. Okay. We're actually forced to go down. And behold, our first weapon. The torch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little sad Ori doesn't get multiple weapons in this game. Like, the Spirit Blade is really cool and all. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, kind of like our torch here. Ori can do some really nice stuff with this thing. Wow. Wow, including hover, apparently. Of course, who knows how much or how little Ori weighs. Probably not much. I kind of like the torch. It's really cool, actually. And here's our first NPC. Talk.
Ayotangelo, Mujik. Toran, Matan. Nugsam. Onok Mira. Yotona Nuj. Narakutim. Jinshelo Tush Atan.
His voice sounds familiar.
Oh, he guess. Never.
Like, seriously.
Isokenanush.
Like, this sort of sounds
Mira.
like something you'd hear in Star Wars or something. Anyway, he wants us to find a keystone to help us open a door that we need to open anyway. So, we will happily oblige him. Out of here. Spikes at least do kill enemies as easily as they hurt us, so that's nice. That at least the game's fair about it. However, here's our first real enemy. There we go. Not a threat as long as you remember not to go too ham on it. All you have to do is remember that that thing likes to dart past you, and it's a relatively easy fight. You hit it once or twice, and then you just jump over it and try to get it into a corner as much as possible, so you'll be able to actually combo it. Unfortunately, we lose our torch here, which is kind of sad. I liked Torch. Torch was good. I will miss Torch, honestly. So there's a collectible we cannot get yet. There's simply no way up. I kind of wonder what the speedrunners are up to with this game. Like, if they've found any ways to break anything yet. Like, significantly break anything. I mean, I'm sure they have. Somehow. Like, skip whole areas or something. I can see it being a thing. Did I forget to break this? I think I did. I just straight up forgot to come down here and break that. Oops. Well, that's fine. We have plenty of time to come back and get it later.
Oh, Yotona Nush. Oh, Mira. Onok Mira. eza uji. One. Oh no.
So here we learn the name of the forest is Niwen,
Ani nugsam.
and he gives us the other keystone for free, allowing us to progress. Is it just me, or was that thing on fire for a second there? Huh. That was weird. Oh, yeah. And there's the wolf staring at us. Like I said, game starts out pretty linear, but later on it opens up and it's lots of fun. We can swim underwater. That is an option. But we have our air meter back, unfortunately. Ugh. Also, spikes behind a hidden... Yeah, spikes hidden behind foreground. That's not very nice. Can't get in here yet. And the wolf found us. Now this is something I actually kind of like about Ori 1 a good bit. They always do chase sequences and boss fights. It's not just one or the other. And we'll never see that crazy wolf again. We showed him who's boss. And set the forest on fire. But that's okay, it's raining, right? This totally won't burn down everything, right? Only we could start a forest fire on our first boss fight. Oh, whoops. Well, that was perhaps not the wisest move. But I got the spirit light, so that's cool. Saved our game. Despite breaking into Howl's den, we've already defeated Howl, so that makes things interesting. Yeah, see, it was still raining. Forest is safe. Ah, foreign spirit tree. Well, let's do what we always do. Absorb that spirit light. Well, if they're not in Nibel, perhaps they're across the water. The Shrieker, the Howler. Ha. Nice names you have for us. And so we have our first ability, the Spirit Edge, to replace our poor torch. And I like the Spirit Edge. Like I said, I just kind of feel like the fire was actually a little flashier. Would have been nice if we could have had both instead of just one. But anyway. This game's boss fights are mixed with chase sequences. Much like the first game was all chase sequences, this game hasn't forsaken that at all. And I like that. It works out well. It makes it so the game's not, how shall we say, one-dimensional in terms of its boss fights. Kind of adds a little extra thrill to it when you have to run and then fight the boss and then maybe run again. Gives it more variety. Makes it more interesting. At least in Ori it does anyway. I'm not sure how that mechanic works out for other games, but it works well for Ori because Ori manages to not break the pacing too much by doing that. They make it feel natural. Great and mossy. So, this is where the game introduces objectives, which are somewhat new. And I do mean somewhat, because it's not like Ori 1 didn't have any objectives. It totally did. It's just that they weren't marked in quite the same way, and the game will be soon introducing us to the fact that we can have more than one at a time, and some are side quests and things like that. See how it likes to run through you and knock you around? Just gotta not let that type of enemy intimidate you, and you can get through easy enough. So Spirit Magnet, the shard I equipped earlier, that's a new feature to this game. Instead of the skill tree that we had in 1, we now have these shards. This game is very, very different from Ori 1. Like, just everything is different. Ori didn't have a weapon in the first game, like, Seam did all the attacking for us, and the game was much more based on movement. Here's a new / old enemy. It's just like the frogs from the first game. And it dies just as easily. And 2 enemies you already saw. Just a little test of strength. It's another thing that's new to Ori 2 over Ori 1. Ori 1 only did a quote-unquote test of strength like twice in the whole game, and that was it. There were no other boss fights ever. No required fights at all. This game has lots of required fights. Lots of them. Also, it gives us double jump, like, really early on. And sticky right away. Sticky's a great shard in the early game. And pretty useful in the last dungeon. Or in, not just in the last dungeon, in a few dungeons actually, but as useful as it is, I probably won't have it on all the time. Just because I like being able to beat enemies faster. So... with our new double jump ability, we will be able to reach things like this switch that we could not have reached before. An important thing to remember when using the sword is that when you're hitting a target, Ori will hover in order to finish the combo. So like this enemy here that's up on the wall. Let me see if I can get it right. Yeah, see how Ori just kind of stops in midair? I'm not having to like jump. I'm just, as long as I keep slashing the target, I can hang in midair, kind of have this, like this hang where I just kind of sit still in the air as long as I'm still slashing at it. That was, I remember that being a little tough to get used to at first. I wasn't sure why I was hanging in the air, and so it confused me a little bit at first. But now, of course, I'm more than used to it. With double jump, climbing out of here is a breeze. And we can be on our way. Look at it darting around. You just have to sort of anticipate that it's going to try and run past you. Also, Ori does have directional commands for the sword. So, holding down, I can do a little spike. I can hold up to do an uppercut. This does count as my jump, though, unfortunately. Can't get any additional height in the air with it. That'd be nice if I could, but that would give us too much jump height. Much like Ori 1. The game doesn't let us jump very high vertically for quite some time. Ori's got great horizontal movement, but really bad vertical movement. So that's a thing. That's a thing to get used to. Anyway, we can now get through this door. And is there anything I'm missing? There's a couple paths over here that will go back down later. Yeah, we have to come back to this area anyway, so it's not too big a deal if we miss anything right now. Busting open these rocks is good. Contact damage with enemies kinda sucks. But it's bearable. Oh, actually, here's our way up. Well, somewhat. I think we actually don't want to go this way right now. We actually want to go more this way, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, now I'm not sure anymore. Before I go further in that direction, let's continue exploring this way for a minute. I want to be sure I haven't missed anything. Ow. Well, I certainly don't miss those spikes. Oh, yeah, also, poison water. That's the thing at this stage in the game. Whoa. This enemy is kind of annoying. And it suicides when it dies. But it's worth a lot of spirit light. So, always good to have more money. There we go. There's that other life cell fragment. That's why I went back in the beginning. That's why I went to the left, because I wanted to make sure I got that life cell fragment so that now I can have a whole nother life container nice and early on in the game. That's right, I already got this. Losing my way. Where did we go? Oh, that's why I was thinking to go back up here. It's because we need to go back up here. Here we go. I just went a little too far to the right. There we go. So the safest way up there is going to be to go through here. Oh, those tight jumps, though. Still scary. We'll take another life cell fragment. This is 100% after all. So getting everything as soon as possible is good. Moki the Brave. Yeah, you're not very convincing. And this is where the game introduces side quests. I'm not super concerned about side quests at the moment. But we'll be coming back to deal with that at a later time. Because, thankfully, all of the side quests are marked conveniently here for us on our maps, so it's plain to see what we have left. And also, I found this the other day. Not this screen, but rather this screen actually keeps track of all the side quests and things that you've done in the game. Like, literally everything is tracked here. So we can always use that to confirm whether or not we've done something or not, and how many things we have left to do. For now, though... Oh! We have to complete this side quest. Or at least they put it right in our path. So we've now helped to perpetuate this guy's false image. How wonderful. But he does give us some gore like ore, at least. Real brave you are. Real brave. Let's go ahead and get another shard here. Reckless. Reckless is an excellent shard for if you know what you're doing or if you have lots of health. It gives us damage in exchange for taking more damage. Whoa, hey. Okay, you saw that too, right? That vine went crazy. Now this area was actually full of water earlier. I was swimming around in this area before. But now that the rain is cleared out, like, now suddenly it's accessible. Like, yeah, you can see this area used to be full of water. And this is where we get Regenerate, which is a really awesome ability that we're going to be using throughout the game. I'm going to assign it to Y. Somehow, some way, this tree got like a cube stuck in it. It's very strange, like it grew around this cube-shaped rock or something. So this game, unlike Ori 1, does not let you save anywhere you want to. Instead, it just auto-saves every time you transition, like, from one room to the next. So, like, I'll bet you there's a save in this room, and a save in this area here, and then a save in this area here. It does that sort of thing instead. But of course, in Ori 1, saving meant recovering health. So the fact that it doesn't let us, save anywhere would mean normally that we wouldn't be able to recover health whenever we wanted, but they just sort of gave us an ability to replace that. Is basically what happened.
Nanush.
This guy looks like he's straight out of his role in A Bug's Life, so I just call him Bug's Life, even though his name is Lupo.
Hane. Sincero. Inashuko. Aishnak.
So he gives us a good deal on a map. And he'll be the replacement for the map stones that were in Ori 1. And what a map he gives us. It's huge. Also, I missed a well over here. Whoops. That's okay. We'll be coming back down here anyway to get this later. That's fine. This first part's gonna be a little short anyway, because I'm starting this right after finishing my first playthrough, so it's like halfway through a stream. So it'll just be short. They sure do give you lots of targets and things to bust up, and vines to send flying. Wow. Look at it! Wow, what the? Where? Oh my gosh, wait, where'd it go? Did he get stuck somewhere? What happened? Come back. Guys, I think I glitched it out of existence. That vine just was like, nope, had enough of you, and just like swung itself out of existence, just disappeared. It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. Wow. The game has a few glitches here and there. As far as I know, Ori 1 was much tighter than Ori 2 in terms of glitches. Not that I'm complaining about that, mind you. Oh, there it is. It's back. And if it doesn't have anything on it, apparently I can't affect it anymore. Dang. Another NPC. And we're introduced to Shriek. You look harmless. We should fix that. So, it is actually very important to collect Spirit Light so that we can make our first purchase. I went for the Sentry on my first run through, because this says right in the description that it costs a lot of energy, and these two I wasn't too sure about being useful. So I went for this, because it resembled how Scene attacked in the first game. Doesn't quite work like that. This is actually the better way to go. So I'm going to get this first. Again, make sure to collect at least 400 spirit light by this point. Gotta make sure you do that so you can get your first skill. And another side quest. Now see, here's the thing though. If you don't get Hammer, if you don't get Spirit Smash, you can't access this until you get Spirit Smash. Which, in my opinion, is a little messed up. Oh, no wait, never mind, yes you can. I thought you couldn't. I thought you had to get Spirit Smash to break this. Oh well. Turns out you can. This will come into play in just a minute. I remember for a long time I couldn't figure out how to get through here, because there was no indication that I was supposed to break that. But now it seems elementary. You might recognize the bounce pads from the first game, as well as the spiked hammers. Someone set these up here in this forest too. Sure would like to meet this person and thank them properly. Oh, there's actually nothing up there, okay. Ow. Ori, please, move around. Move around the circle. Gore like ore. Let's go ahead and heal up. Super useful ability that it is. Probably should have killed that enemy. Yeah, maybe I will. Just worried about the spiked hammers down here. Ow. Those guys just suck. Ah. Yeah, I figured that wasn't gonna go so well. There we go. I'm gonna damage boost intentionally to get this. Energy cell fragment, completely worth. Get that health. Heal up. And here's our first combat shrine. But let's not do that just yet. I thought these things were squirrels at first, but they're actually praying mantises. But I thought that back part of theirs was like a bushy tail. It's not, it's actually a back end of the of a bug. So we actually can't do the race that's here yet. This game has races. And they're real fun, but we can't do the one that's here yet because we need a certain ability to interact with these blue plants here, these blue flowers there. However, we can do this, and I'm actually kind of curious to see if I can beat this. Because the first time I did this, it was way, way later. Way later in the game, when I didn't realize this is an early one that I'm supposed to do sooner. Here's supposed to be the boss. Hammer is super good. It's slow and unwieldy, but it gives us tons of damage. I love it. It does take some getting used to, so be prepared for that. Anyway, we now have access to another spirit shard slot, so as soon as we get another shard, we can equip it, which is really nice. But anyway, having gone through this area, there's still a bit more we can explore. Taking our time on the way to our main objective, somewhat. This area is just a little bit out of the way, so it's very good to... There we go. Ha ha ha. Trick him into jumping on the spines. It's very good to get all this stuff now. Again, you can't access anything like without Spirit Smash. You can't break those stones there. This is basically the stomp ability from the first game. And you have to buy it in the shop, which I still think is a somewhat sketchy decision, but eh. It actually works out well enough. Spirit Smash is not required for a lot, if it's required at all, so... It turns out that it's okay. Anyway, so now we need to get up and out of here. Back on the trail. To where we're supposed to be headed. Urgh. If I can just not die on the way there. I hate these hammers. I really hate them. I want to know who set these up. Alright. Thankfully, regenerate will keep us healthy. Out of here. Tried luring him into the spikes. I can talk. But it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted. Here's another thing that's new to this game that, along with clinging onto vines and sticks, we have the Donkey Kong pole jump mechanic. If you remember the old Donkey Kong games. I remember growing up playing like Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, for the original Game Boy. And that was the thing they wanted you to do a lot. Now here's the question. Wait, that was a long time ago. I also just dated myself a bit. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to let go of that. But anyway, it's a bit awkward because it leads you to hurt yourself pretty easily. Ah, no. That's what I get for trying to backtrack. I wasn't confident I could make that jump, so I tried to go back and then realized I couldn't make it all the way. There we go. These mosquitoes are super annoying. Best way to deal with them, keep jumping. Only attack them when it's safe, when they're not hovering over spikes or anything. And remember that if you do hit them, there is some hang time. Will allow you to there we go. Got him. There we go. To hold on in midair for a while. However, for now, I think I may have actually gotten to this place sooner than I was supposed to. I don't think I'm actually supposed to be here yet. Yeah, that's the frog's eye for later. I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. Which, of course, makes me want to know, how much can I do? Yeah, no, I can't do anything without arc, can I? Yeah, no, it won't let me do anything. Okay. But it would have been fun, so I was messing around a bit. All right. Coup fell in a very bad part of the woods, of course. Because one of us had to.
Ulenish Dian. Onok Mihira. Ajisa Mihira? Mi Ajisa. Bah.
So, one thing about this game's beginning, it kind of takes a while to reach this objective. We got this objective a long time ago, way back here somewhere. And now it takes a while to get to this very first objective. Personally, I feel like it takes a little bit too long to get through to it. But we found the statue of the guy we're looking for. And so I think that actually might be a good place to stop. You have a good night too, Avalon. I hope tomorrow is less stressful for you. Also, I hope you get that job you applied for, man. You have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and end here anyway. Or rather, at the next save point, wherever the game decides to autosave. Get rid of this guy. If you're in midair, just a quick note, if you're in midair, you can change the direction of your slashes. Wow, how do you get through there? It's pretty tight. So, here we go. Right down here, we're gonna get a new skill, and that's gonna be it for the night. And there we have it. Spirit Arc. Now, if I could tell, like, where... I'm honestly just waiting for the symbol in the corner to appear, and then that's gonna do it for tonight. Again, the game doesn't let you save anywhere you want, which I feel is kind of unfortunate. We pretty much always want Regenerate to be with us at all times. Come down here to get some more energy. We now have another energy cell. And there we go. Now, did the game save? Like, I really wish I could tell if the game saved. There we go. Okay, I got it to save right there, just by changing areas. So we will pick up from here, from right here, next time. So, good news. My schedule, at least for the next 2 weeks, is going to be nice and consistent. So, the next stream will be Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday. And since I'm not coughing that much, I figure by then I should be okay to go ahead and stream longer. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and start the stream at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. So that's 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And then we'll do that. And then if things go well, we'll do that on Wednesday and Thursday. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll be streaming, hopefully, from 4 p.m. to 9 at least. So 5-hour streams from 4 to 9 Mountain Time. 4 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the next 2 weeks. Thank you, Avalon, for coming. Thank you all for watching. I will see you for more Ori 2 100% at that time. Everybody, have a good night. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is where most people tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And while I would appreciate you doing all that, if you enjoyed my content, come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrinfiniteX so you can watch and chat with me while I make these. I'm a family-friendly streamer, so everybody's welcome. Throw me a follow on Twitch and Twitter so you can get notifications when I go live. Links will be down in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to meeting you.